What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland, and on this channel, Stay Fresh Productions, we talk about all things fragrance related, whether that be top 10 lists, recommendations, critical discussion topics on the industry and the community around fragrance. If you have any interest in that kind of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the Fresh Squad today. You hear the bubbles. That means it's time to join. Enhance your freshness. Boost your freshness to unprecedented heights. Today we're talking about another fragrance from the house of Malul London. I've done a couple of reviews on the fragrances from this house. I do really enjoy them. If you want to check out those reviews, I'll link a playlist up here. Some really good stuff, and we're continuing in that vein. We have Citizen Jack. I've talked about Citizen Jack Absolute, which is a flanker of Citizen Jack. We're kind of going backwards. This is the OG. And honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as Citizen Jack Absolute. And I don't. But I do think it does kind of have its own identity, which I do really appreciate. So just to get into it, unlike Citizen Jack Absolute, I really do believe that Citizen Jack smells the way that it looks. You kind of get what you see here. It is this kind of light brownish color. It has this kind of like leathery, almost wood grain kind of decaling on the sides to go along with the wooden cap. And that's what you get out of this. This is a woody fragrance, quite a woody fragrance. It does open with a nice bit of freshness. You have some citruses up top like bergamot and mandarin orange. Nice little bit of brightness, but not too bright. Just a little bit to add some transparency to the scent when you first spray it on. It's gonna allow it to project a bit at first spray, but immediately you start to get some warmer, deeper tones, some sweetness in there. Definitely kind of has a familiar tonka bean vibe. There is tonka bean in here, so you get that familiar kind of vanilla-like sweetness, but it's engulfed in some dry woodiness from vetiver primarily. You also have a little bit of earthy patchouli, very, very slight touch of an earthy kind of damp. Patchouli adds a little bit more intrigue to the base, but that heart is where this fragrance shines. You do have coffee blossom. You don't see that very often. Now you might be asking, what does coffee blossom smell like? I don't know. I've never smelled it, but what I did read about and kind of connecting what I read to what I'm smelling, coffee blossom can be kind of similar to jasmine. It is a white flower, so it's in that family. It's similar to jasmine in scent, but it does tend to have a little bit more of a sweetness to it. It actually does not smell like coffee. But I do think that is the most interesting part about this fragrance, is that coffee blossom, a little bit off the beaten path. You also have a little bit of spice in the heart to go along with that coffee blossom from pink pepper, which again adds a little bit more intrigue, allows it to be a little bit more volatile off the skin. It's gonna create a more present bubble around you. Now overall, what does this fragrance smell like? It is subdued. Not quite as subdued as Jet Black Reserve, which I reviewed. That is basically a skin fragrance that is meant to be, I think, a very cozy scent. This is a little bit more present than that, but not gonna fly off the skin. So overall, it is warm, sweet, a little spicy. That coffee blossom adds a little bit of kind of a thicker heart, so it kind of fills out the heart, makes it a little bit more rich, so it's not just fresh and woody. You have a little bit of thickness to it, but it does dry down to us, again, sweet tonka bean and that vetiver and patchouli. Again, it kind of smells like this color. If you can imagine smelling this kind of brownish yellow, that's the vibe that I get when I wear it. It leaves a decent trail around you, but again, it's not gonna project like crazy. So not the strongest fragrance, but I did get a good 7-8 hours of longevity on my skin. I was wearing it and I was smelling it all around me pretty much the whole day in a very subtle way, while I was indoors at least, and it smelled just beautiful, very delightful scent. Unlike Citizen Jack Absolute, I think a lot of people will find Citizen Jack to be a little bit more on the masculine side. This fragrance looks like it's gonna be dark and woody, but this is very sweet, almost fruity, and does have a little bit of like an ambery kind of warm nature to it, but this is definitely more on the unisex side. While this, again, might be more masculine, but its sweetness and its floral nature does kind of, maybe make it unisex as well, but you know how I do. I don't really like to label these things. If you like this scent, wear it. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter who you are or how you identify. But this is one of those fragrances that it reminds me of other things. I can't really place it. I can't say it reminds me of a combination of this and that, or reminds me of this particular fragrance, but it does have something unique about it to where it kind of stands out as not a redundancy in my collection. Again, it has this familiar nature to it, but it's still quite appealing and has a uniqueness to it, which I think is a great combo. Makes it very easy to wear, makes it very easy to like. This is something I would save probably for the autumn, maybe the spring, but it's kind of more of an evening scent in the sweetness that it has, that dry kind of woody warmth that it has. I would call it more of an evening scent, but it is pretty versatile because it's quite light. So you could wear it during the day too. You could probably wear it as an office scent. I just wouldn't spray a whole lot. And I think it definitely functions better as a daytime scent than Citizen Jack Absolute. This is definitely evening wear here. So quite versatile. I wouldn't wear it in the coldest winter because it's not gonna be strong enough. I would not wear it in the summer just because there's better fragrances to reach for in the summer that are a little bit more quintessential for that kind of temperature and that time of year. But you could do it if you want. Not the most special fragrance I've smelled, not my favorite from the house, but I can easily recommend it because it does smell good. And we do have a discount for you. I'm gonna have it here on the screen, and that'll get you a nice discount. I'm not sure if they have travel atomizers for this one. Either way, use my discount code, save a little bit of money on your purchase on Citizen Jack or any of the other fragrances on the website. Again, I really do like Jet Black Reserve and of course Citizen Jack Absolute. These are both great too. So that's it for Citizen Jack from Michael Malul, London. If you've tried this fragrance, let me know down in the comments what you think of it, what your experience with it is, or if you just have an interest in it and you want to talk about it. If you have any questions about it, please leave them down in the comments. You know how we do. If you like the video, please like the video. It really does mean a lot. Helps me out with my visibility across YouTube. And once again, if you have not subscribed already and you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Join the Fresh Squad today. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you can always change your mind later for whatever reason. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.